right, everybody. Welcome back to the V-Speed Contender Series, brought to you by Nitro, FRT, Friends Racing Together Motorsports, and NEPA Towing and Recovery. The V-Speed Contender Series is a NASCAR Truck Series that runs open setups on Wednesday night following the iRacing schedule. Pretty good group of guys that run out here. Tonight we're at one of the Coliseums of races, Bristol Motor Speedway, under the lights. So it should be some interesting racing. Had some pretty decent racing last week. It turned out better than the two previous weeks. Had a little bit of trouble with those mini super speedways. But these guys got it together. And they'll be able to, hopefully they'll be able to get everything under control and give us a good show tonight. It's on the track now. Looks like Tim Marlowe's posting the fastest speed at the moment. I'm sure there's going to be some excitement during the race tonight, as it always is. Now, last week, we had a first-time winner for this season, Mr. Jim Johnson. Took home the checkers at Auto Club Speedway. Mr. Ryan Lang in second, and Bailey Dutton in third. Once again, we had Reaper Speed Lab, we have Marconi Setup Shop coming out to run with these guys. We appreciate the other shops coming out and running the series. It does make it for some good competition. So we're going to take a little break here. It's that time of the night where we ask you to stand, take off your hat, place your hand over your heart for the national anthem. Well, I guess it helps to cut the sound and the microphone on. So I've been talking to you guys for the last few minutes and not even knowing that I wasn't even live. That's what happens when you have a rookie doing this. Anyway, what I was saying that, and you probably missed all of the point standings, so let me run over that real quick again. So currently our point standings are Ron Thompson's in first place, Stephen Massey in second, Blair Patterson in third, Bailey Dutton in fourth, Jay Gimbel in fifth, Bernard Person in sixth, Anthony Promoter in seventh, Joe Zader in eighth, Todd Gray at ninth, and Tim Marlowe in 10th. So that's your top four. Now I am going to fix something on the stream here real quick. So I'll throw up an instant replay thing here. Change my cameras around a little bit. I apologize. Mr. Tim. I'm sure most of you guys remember we didn't necessarily run the low line here in the trucks until a couple years ago, and now the low line seems to be the fastest way around the track. Just a few more laps to go, then these guys are going to bring them on in and get ready to set the cue in the starting grid for the race. Pretty interesting. I could be wrong, but I do not see our points leader, Mr. Ron Thompson, here tonight. He's going to end up being like Anthony Promoter, missing one race, taking a huge hit in his points. Oh, no, he's here. He's here. I see him now. Ah, he scared me there for a second. I thought we were losing our points leader there. All right, let's see who we've got out here currently. So currently we have Mr. Helm on his Q lap here. He showed good speed in practice. Let's see if that can transfer over into a Q lap. So first on the board is Rachel Hunt. And just like that, Brian goes to the top of the board. Ron Thompson in second. Jason Spear out now. Looks like we have several people maybe not qualifying. I have a few out here. Let's ride with last year's champion, last season champion, Mr. Anthony Promoter. He's going to reset. take another whack at it. Boss man, Russ is out. Anthony's in ninth. Well, let's check out the boss man here. Looks like he called it off at the last moment. He's going to take another whack at it. So out of our qualifiers so far, it's still Mr. Tim Marlowe with the top spot, and Brian Helm just like in practice. Ron Thompson in third, Rachel Hunt in fourth, and Bernard Persons in fifth. Boss man's going to try it one more time. Assuming that he is not wanting to qualify tonight. Just trying to get back on the setup deal and see what was going to help him out later there. So it looking like qualifying's over here, and about half the field didn't qualify, which is kind of shocking for a short track. So they're getting ready to go back out on the track for a little bit of practice here. So while that's going on, I'm going to take a quick pause. I know you're hearing some silence here, and I apologize. But I'll be right back.
something I want to go back and talk to you about, Steve, is the beginnings. You were around from back in the days before Iris.
Alright, I am back. Practice is about over. They're getting ready to do the quick drivers meeting, and then we'll be taking these drivers to green. All right. All right, so the Chevrolet Pace truck getting ready to take the trucks out onto the track. And so for tonight's race, we have Mr. Tim Marlowe on the pole. So congratulations to Mr. Marlowe for his pole tonight. We have Brian Helm on the outside. Second row, we have Mr. Ron Thompson and Rachel Hunt. Third row, we have Bernard Persons and Todd Cray. Fourth row, we have Brinson Hunt and Eugenio Alonso. Mike Romig and Anthony Promoter make up the fifth row. Now the sixth row is going to be Jason Spears and Jason Ricketts. We've got two Jasons at back there. Next row, we have Levi Allen and Jay Gimbel. Next row, we have Blair Patterson and Stephen Massey. Next row, we're bringing up Justin Gahn and Russ Bovair. And we have Mr. Jim Johnson and Ryan Lang in the next row. Next row has Logan Keys and Kyler McCarthy. Next row, we have Jimmy Babb and Doc Stout. Next row, we have Patrick Desaulnier. They call him Patty D. And Joe Zader, one of our sponsors. Next row we'll have Cody Morgan and Perry Snelson. Next row we have DeMarco Starks and Dustin Wildhausen. And bringing up the caboose, it's going to be Gary Jaworski. All right. So this time by the pace truck should dip off. And we should be getting ready to go green. And the pace truck goes, dumps.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Tim Marlowe gets a good jump. He gets into the corner first. Brian Helm and Ron Thompson are working on that second spot there. A little more look on this. Looks like Tim Marlowe didn't come loaded for bear today. Getting off to a quick jump here. Brian Helm and Rachel Hunt, second and third. Kind of starting to get single filed out already. Ron Thompson behind Rachel in fourth. Todd Cray back here in fifth. Gino in sixth, Anthony Promoter in seventh.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution already. Looks like the 24 car. Well, that's some crashing on the pace lap too. Lord, we got crashing everywhere. Let's see if we can find that. What happened here? So the 24, Kyler McCarthy. Alright, let's take a little slow peek at this thing here. Looks like Kyler comes down and the 93 truck gets into her just a tad and sends her up the track and back down into Perry. Kyler holds his line, doesn't let go of the brakes there, and that keeps anybody else from getting into that wreck. He was able to get back to back of the pack here. Sure, they can come down, get a little bit of damage fixed there. It's not going to hurt him too bad here. Back up front, still have Tim Marlowe still with the lead, and he's going to elect to stay out on the track. We had a couple of takers for pit road. Jimmy Babb came down. Of course, Skyler came down. 09 of Mike Romig came down. Got the 29 truck of Jason Ricketts came down. I'm not sure if they got into any of that accident or not on the front stretch. Well, with 11 laps in the books, we have Tim Marlowe in the lead, Brian Helm in second, and Rachel Hunt in third. like Tim trying to bump the pace truck there. Be kind of interesting if you were able to do that. Looking like it's like Tim may choose the outside on the restart. Should be one to go this time. Nope, looks like he's going to take the inside. Ron Thompson's going to elect the outside. Pace truck's going to dip off coming around the corner here. Tim Marlowe is going to lead him back to green.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. Tim Marlowe gets a good jump once again. Ron Thompson coming in right behind him here. Ron gets a good start, is able to hang on to second place here. And Eugenio is able to move up into third. Todd Cray's making that outside work. Try to get around Rachel. And he's going to try to make a twofer out of it. Try to get around Eugenio. Bernard Persons in this mix. Right behind last year's points season champion. And we got Brinson Hunt right behind him. Appreciate the Team Conti guys for coming out and running with us. Shout out to my boy Dustin over there. Known Dustin a while. Good dude. Jay Gimbel right with him. Looks like Jay got a little loose coming out of the corner there. Had to save it. Anthony got a little loose. Had to save it. All over the track. Stephen Massey moving up now. And Justin Gaughan right behind him. Racing all over the track. Got Jason Spears and Blair Patterson. Got Levi Allen up in here. He did send me out his new paint scheme so I wouldn't be confused this week. I appreciate that. Last week, Jim Johnson in the mix here as well. '31 truck, Ryan Lang. Oh, look, Ryan's sporting new paint tonight. I don't think that's the first paint I've seen on that truck. Something different than his mahogany, as he calls it. We got Doc in the mix here with him. Cody Morgan in the mix. The boss man back here, Mr. Russ Beauvert. Joe Zader, one of our sponsors as well too. racing all over the place tonight. I knew this was going to be a good race here. That Mike Romine here.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Looks like the 30 truck that Justin Gaughan may have gotten a little sideways there. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. All right. So it looks like Justin was getting a run coming up to all right. Well, let's see here. Looks like Justin was getting a run coming up into that corner there and just got barely into the back of Mr. Thompson, collecting Stephen Massey. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage there, but I'm sure they should be able to get into the pits here and get some of that fixed. And it looks like Perry got a little sideways and hit coming in. It's like netcode taking over, and they're able to kind of glitch into each other, not get a whole lot of damage. So it's not going to be too bad, I don't believe. So we should be able to get back to racing here shortly. So still up front, we have Mr. Tim Marlowe. We've got a couple newcomers into the front for tonight. We have Todd Cray and Brinson Hunt. Rachel in 4th, Eugenio in 5th, Bernard in 6th, Jay Gimmel in 7th, Jason Spears in 8th, Blair Patterson in 9th, and Levi Allen in 10th. While we're on this quick caution, let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors. Mr. Greer, this is out there for you, buddy. Quick sponsor for FRT Motorsports. We appreciate the support. It's like the pace truck's getting ready to dip off the track here, and Tim Marlowe is going to lead them back to the green. Green flag's out. Tim gets a good start. Brinson Hunt gets a good start. So he's going to be challenging Todd Cray for that second spot. Just couldn't make it stick. Todd was able to make that outside work for him here. He gets a killer run down the back straightaway. And it's starting to look like we may have our first bid for the lead. Killer run off the 4. It looks like Todd may be able to get to the lead coming out of 2. And he makes it work. Making that top side come in. nose to tail. We got Todd Craig, Tim Marlowe, and Brinson Hunt knocking down some really good lap times. They've already pulled away from the rest of the pack. Looks like Brinson Hunt's going to make a bid for second. Around the outside he goes. And into second place. Back here with Eugenio and Jay Gimbel. It's like Blair Patterson kind of working his way up back to the front. Jim Johnson in that mix. Jim Johnson making that outside one. He's trying to take over the 7th place from Blair. Levi Allen coming into the picture, and Ryan Lang. Jim Johnson got a little loose coming out of the corner there, trying to hold it down low. Kind of thinking that the outside may be the way to go. Doc's moving up in there. Like Romig's moving up. Jason Spear up.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Looks like
Caution
Eugenio and Ryan Lang get into it. Let's see if we can see what happens here. All right. So it looks like Eugenio got a little loose on that top side there. Came right down into Levi and turned right across his nose and right into the side of Jason. Bear Patterson barely missed it. It's like Mike Romig got caught up into it a little bit there. Boss Man gets through okay. Looks like the rest of the field gets through okay. So back up front with the new race leader, Todd Cray. Now it looks like he elected to stay out, but several of the other people decided to come in. This is definitely going to be a strategy. So Tim Marlowe, our early leader, decided to come on in, along with Jim Johnson and a couple of the people that were involved in the accident. It's like majority of the back half of the field. As they leave pit road here, nobody seems to be in that big of a hurry. It's like Jason's truck got most of the damage fixed. Ron Thompson away, Boss Man's away, Mike Romig's away. Doesn't look like he had a whole lot of damage, so they still should be good to go. So at the end of 50 laps, we have Todd Cray in the lead, with Brinson Hunt in second, Bernard Persons in third, Jay Gimbel in fourth, Levi Allen in fifth, Blair Patterson in sixth, Rachel Hunt in seventh, Patty D in eighth, Logan Keys in ninth, and Dustin Vielhausen in 10th. Now, Dustin is our biggest mover because he started second to dead last. So he has definitely made some runs up through the field pretty well here. So been able to miss the chaos so far. So the lights are out on the pace truck. Coming down the back stretch here. So
all right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Delayed green because the lights are back on the pace truck. Not sure what happened. The lights are back off. We are going to be 1 to green. All right, so Chevrolet pace trucks bringing them around. Dip off the track.
Green, green, green.
Todd Cray takes the green. Looks like Brinson Hunt got a killer start right even with our leader. But Todd Cray was able to wrap that bottom and get up in front of him before he could make any move to the top. So Todd Cray and Brinson, they've been already checked out. Jay Gimble, Bernard Persons, and Blair Patterson here running 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Got Levi Allen in that mix and Rachel Hunt. Looks like our 2nd place truck is off the track. Not really sure why he was coming into pit road here. That's going to cost him dearly under green.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution is just a big pile up in 4. And it'll take me a second to see if I can figure this one out. So give me just a moment. Trying to figure it out here because there's a whole lot going on, it looks like. Let's see here. Let's see. It started right around here. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we have the 29 of Jason Ricketts. 29 of Jason Ricketts and Justin Gone here. Looks like Justin got a little loose coming in, and Jason helped him come around, which collected Gary Jazorski, Jimmy Babb. Looks like Anthony Promoter got a little piece of that. The 24 truck comes in, and Colin McCarthy gets tore up with that. The boss man barely misses it. Perry Snelson barely misses it. Gets a little sideways, but looks like he gets out of the damage. So we had a whole bunch of trucks involved with that one. I was hoping we were going to have a pretty decent race here, but it's a tricky track. Well, that definitely saved Brinson Hunt a little bit of bleeding. Now he's only 2 laps down, so hopefully that'll help him out a little bit and not have to lose so much time while it's under green. Kind of an eventful night so far. Lights are out on the pay truck, getting ready to go back to green. Guess it would help if I cut it back on. So it looks like we're going to have Todd Craig going to roll off with Jay Gimbel to his outside and Bernard Persons in 3rd and Rachel Hunt in 4th. Pace truck dips off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. Todd Grates a great start and jumps out front once again.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution out once again. So I'm not sure if the start's under review or whatever the case may be. I don't really see anything that may have caused it. Maybe Mr. Joe Zeta was involved. Let's see if we can figure it out. Alright, so let's ride with Mr. Zeta here, see if we can figure out what happened here. Gets going here and Ron Thompson gets into him and just sends him around. I don't know if we're just having some little patience tonight or what's going on, but these guys are definitely better than this normally. Back up front we still have Todd Cray. So I'm assuming that'll help out with Brinson Hunt a little bit. Nobody's coming in because some people already come in, so that's not going to be able to get him to a wave around scenario. Some of those cars involved have come down to pit road to see if they can get some repairs made. Got the 51, the 5, the 74s on pit road, 22 of Ron Thompson, 14 of Eugenio, 30 of Justin Gong, Russ, Jimmy Babb still on pit road. Looks like the 9, the 1, and the 30 and the 14 are now moving again. Got a little bit of damage fixed. Like only truck we really have off is Stephen Massey's retired, Jason Ricketts is retired, and Kyler McCarthy's retired. Jimmy Babb's still getting some, looks like he's still getting some repairs done. All right. So Todd Cray's going to bring him back to the green flag once again. Green flag is out. Todd Cray once again gets a great start. Bernard Parsons and Rachel Hunt battling out for the second slot here.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Lord, these people are killing me. Come on, guys, y'all are better than this. It's like the Ford truck with this DeMarco Starks may have went around. So let's see what happens here. Looks like he got a little loose coming up off the corner and just single truck spin. Well, it's definitely not necessarily fun racing. I think Todd Cray's kind of taking advantage of this, not even having to pit. So Justin Gunn gets his lap back. So that'll leave Ron Thompson, your first truck, a lap down. Bridson Hutt's first truck 2 laps down. And there's only 2 more trucks 1 lap down. That's Ron Thompson and DeMarco Sparks. So if we have another couple cautions the way it's going, Brinson's going to get himself back on the lead lap. So next week's going to have us on our first road course of the series. We'll be at Circuits of America. So we'll get to turn left and right. So that'll be an interesting race. We have several guys in the league that like the road race too. So that should be a good race too. So now we have Todd Cray bringing them to the green, with Bernard Parsons in second, Rachel and Blair bringing up the second row, with Levi Allen and Tim Marlowe bringing up the third row. Pace trucks off.
Green flag.
Green flag. Todd Cray gets a killer start once again. Jumps out front. Bernard's going to make that outside work once again and lock down that second place spot. Although Rachel is not giving it to him.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Wow, okay. So let's see if we can see who brought this one out. Alright, so it looks like the 93 of Patty D here coming into the corner. And it's like Gary gets under him just a tad bit and pushes the issue and takes him right on around. And of course, that's right in front of last year's Point Series champion and gets him into the wall. The 23 truck has to make an evasive maneuver to the bottom, and everybody else seems to get by. So still with 80 of 35 laps in the books, 56 to go. We have Todd Cray still out front, Rachel with Bernard Persons in second, Rachel Hunt third, Blair Patterson fourth, Levi Allen in fifth, Tim Marlowe at sixth, Jim Johnson seventh, Logan Keys in eighth, Ryan Lang at ninth, and Jason Spear in 10th. Keep this up, Todd's going to be able to run the whole race and not pit. It's like several, so the top five have not, well, take that back. 4 of the top 5 have not pit yet. It's like 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th have not pitted yet. It looks like Rachel printed 50 laps ago, so she printed on that second caution we had around lap 30. So lights are out on the pace truck, back 2 by 2. Same start as last. Truck getting ready to dip off.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Once again, Todd Gray jumps out front. This time Bernard Persons gets a little bit better start. Gets out ahead of Rachel. Which allows Blair to get up beside her. Like he's going to be able to make that move work. Tim Marlowe in tow. Jim Johnson sneaking up into the mix. Logan Keys sneaking up in the mix. Levi Allen there running as well. Rachel's definitely making Blair work for it. She ain't going to give it to him, that's for sure. Rolling that center way too good for him to get on around her. Tim Marlowe's done come low to join. See if he can make the pass on the inside. And Rachel gets back around him and goes to the top. Back in this group here, Cody Morgan, Jay Gimbel, Doc, Ryan Lang back in the mix. Justin Gaughan back in the mix after getting his lap back. Back here with Joe, got a little damage early on. It looks like he got punched in the front and in the back.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, once again. All right, so let's ride here with Cody Morgan and see if we can figure out what happened. Alright, so let's see here. Is it with Cody? Yeah, it looks like Cody kind of came up and got into Ryan Lang, which caused a chain reaction and got Levi Allen involved. So several trucks involved there. I have to kind of start thinking at this point, these guys are probably ready for this race to be over with. We still got 43 laps of racing left. Now it looks like several decided to go ahead and come in and pit this time. Our leader's still expected to stay out front here. I guess I don't really blame him at this point. Probably better to be out front instead of being in the back with all the chaos. See if we can catch some of these guys coming off pit road here. Got Levi Allen coming in after making some repairs. The 23 truck, the 4, the 74, Boss Man, the 1. A couple of trucks coming in with no front ends. Ryan Lang with a little damage. Ron Thompson's in. Ryan Helms in. All right, with 95 laps in the books, we still have Mr. Todd Cray out front with Bernard Persons in second and Tim Marlowe in third, Jim Johnson in fourth, Jason Spears in fifth. It's almost to a point to where it's going to be a battle of who can survive here. And looks like we're getting the 1 to green though. So Todd Cray is electing to start on the outside. Bernard Persons to the inside, so that shows me that that top lane is starting to come in. Pace truck is off.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Todd Cray gets another amazing start. Bernard Persons jumps up to that middle groove real quick to try to block the run of Jim Johnson. Right back down to try to see if he can defend his position from Tim Marlowe. Jay Gimbel, shout out to him. He's been running up front all night long. Question is, does Jim Johnson have anything for Todd Cray, and can he make it 2 in a row? Back here with Logan Keys and Patty D involved in that first wreck. It's like Blair Patterson in there. Get kind of confused because Patty D's truck and Blair Patterson's truck are painted very similar, but 2 different setup shops. Levi Allen on the outside there. Doc's still chugging along. It's like Doc's ain't got a scratch on his truck. I was sporting the sun drop. Makes a move around the outside around Blair Patterson and around Patty D. Moving up into that 12th spot. Back up front, Bernard Person still running in 3rd. Jay Gimbel in 4th. Mr. Jimmy Babb, one of our series sponsors with the FRT. Looks like he got all his damage fixed. The other sponsor truck, Mr. Joe Zader, he got some damage, but still not running too bad, running in 14th. Dustin Beelhouse, Coney, trying to take that spot from him. With the boss man running right there behind him. Looks like he's got all his damage fixed. And this DeMarco Sparks coming into, or Starks coming in to get into that fight. But back up front, looks like we have a lead change up front here. It's like Tim Marlowe's then gotten around Todd Cray and
all right, man, caution is out.
sail.
Caution is out.
All right. Let's see if we can figure out what happened with this one. All right, so it looks like Justin Gone here. Coming in the corner, coming out of 4. Goes up a little too high and gets into Rachel a little bit. Comes down across the nose of Doc. I shouldn't have said anything about Doc not having a scratch on his truck. I must have jinxed him. Sorry about that, Doc. So it looks like Tim Marlowe and Todd Craig finally decided to come in and get their pit service, which should relegate the lead to Jay Gimbel. Let's see if we can cover that Tim Marlowe spot. Looks like he's getting 4 tires. Gas her up with some Sunoco racing fuel and he'd be good to go. And it looks like Todd Craig it's going to be close. Yeah, he was able to beat him out. So well, that's going to put them at the back of all this chaos. All right, so with a new leader, Mr. Jay Gimbel, Bernard Persons. Those two are leading back to green. Mike Romig and Jason Spear right behind him. Alright, should this take us to 1 to go here? Yep, lights out on the pace truck. So looks like we got those two Marconi trucks on the top starting here. Like Logan Keys, I mean not Marconi, but Logan. Man, those trucks are painted so similar. It's not funny. I wonder if the same person painted them. Logan Keys up front, been running kind of towards the front all night.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Jay gets a good clean start. Logan on that outside. Bernard tried to wrap that bottom and see if he can make it work, but just wasn't able to. Jay gets a good run off the corner, but it looks like Logan's going to fight back on the outside here. Bernard Persons goes up in front of Blair Patterson and blocks his run. It looks like we may have us a new leader. Looks like Logan Keys is going to put her out front. 15 to go. And this will show the diversity and the experience that we have in this league, because
all right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Just as I say that, the caution comes out. Let's see if we can figure out what happened with this one. Alright, let's ride with Gary Jaworski here and see if we can figure out what happened. So it looks like our previous leader, Todd Craig, gets a little loose in the corner. And just on exit gets into it a little bit too much and takes it around. Gets into Gary. Gary gets up in the track into Ron Thompson. And it looks like everybody else is going to make it through okay. All right, we're going to be coming to 2 to go with 10 to go. I know these guys are probably at the point now where they just want this race over. Up front, we have Logan Keys. Good job, Logan. Good run tonight. Same way with Jay Gimbel. Good, really good run tonight. I still have to hand it to Bernard Person. He's probably my most improved driver this year. He was doing pretty well toward the end of last season, and this season he's been up front almost every race. So good, big shout out to him and Spear Motorsports for great improvement. Well, Blair Patterson sneaking around in 4th place there. I got a feeling that if it's anything to do with it, he will have something to say before it's over with. Now, I sit here and talk about those trucks being painted similar. I see a BP91 on the side of Logan Key's truck, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe Blair painted that. I don't know. Who knows? They do have the same deck lid, so I'm assuming that that may be part of Blair's shop that he has. Check out Blair on YouTube. He's got a great channel. He's got a little shop in North Carolina there. Definitely hook you up with a used car or some repairs if you need it. Lights off on the pace truck dipping off.
Green, green, green.
And Logan gets a great start. So I'm assuming that they communicated that, so Blair was able to follow him right through. Just like that. We have Logan still out front. Blair running close second. Jay Gimbel still in the mix in 3rd place. And Jason Spear in 4th. Coming to 5 to go. We still have Logan showing the way. Looks like he's starting to open it up a little bit. Good little race going on for 2nd and 3rd here with Jay and Blair. Tim Marlowe just behind them in 4th place, trying to sneak back up into the picture. Rachel Hunt is running in 5th. Jason Spear and Bernard Persons 6th and 7th.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Just like that. One more. It looks like our 2nd place truck of Blair Patterson may have been involved with that. Let's go check it out. Alright, so it's looking like we have Blair on the outside here, and Tim Marlowe behind him, and Jay Gimbel all fighting for the 3rd position here. Tim gets to Blair's outside, and I think Netcode may have took over a little bit with that one and helped along. So Blair, being the consummate professional he is, keeps it on the wall so he doesn't collect anyone else. And it looks like most everybody else was able to get through. Sorry to see that, because I thought Blair was going to kind of have something there for him at the end. So this will definitely extend the race now. We're going to go to a green-white checker because we are at 3 to go currently. Now, it doesn't appear that Tim Marlowe got any damage to the front of his truck. I think Blair just kind of rolled across his nose. And got a little crumple there. But that shouldn't hurt him too bad. That spoiler being up in the air may, but it's only going to be for 3 laps. So let's see if the lights go off on the pace truck here. Lights are off, and we will be headed to our first green-white checker. So on that front row, we have Logan Keys and Jay Gimbel. On the second row, Tim Marlowe and Rachel Hunt. Pace truck's off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. Logan Keys gets an amazing start. Rachel Hunt gets a good start. Looks like Rachel and Jay is going to be fighting it out for second spot here. Tim Marlowe trying to push the issue and see if he can get around Jay. Jay seems to be securely in second place, but Rachel's fighting him on the outside. Great run, and that is it. Logan Keys is your winner with Jay Gimbel in second and Miss Rachel Hunt in third. Awesome job, drivers, awesome job. All right, let's see what we can do to get these drivers up in here into the booth. Now, for some of you that don't know, Miss Rachel don't talk, but we will pull her up here, even though she doesn't talk, and that way she can get that experience. So bear with me while I find these drivers and see if I can get them up here into the booth with us. See Jay. Oh, there he is. And let's get Miss Rachel over here. All right, drivers. That was definitely an event-filled race. What you guys take away from that?
Tires didn't really mean as much as I thought they were gonna.
Well, amazing job, Logan. That was a great run toward the end there. Jay, you were definitely fighting it. Miss Rachel, I know you don't talk, but I figure I'd bring you up here into the booth so you get to enjoy that podium finish today. Great job. We definitely had more cautions than I thought we were going to have. I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, for sure.
I came away with a 0X.
You had a 0X? Yeah, there was probably only one or two trucks out there that didn't have a scratch on them. I think I jinxed Doc because Doc was doing pretty well there for a while, and I said something about his truck not having a scratch on it, and then like 2 laps later he was in a wreck. So I
I
feel,
got more damage under caution than I did in the race.
wow. So was there any secrets, or was it just the survival mode?
I mean, for me, sorry if I'm butting in, but for me, it was just pretty much take the track position, stay out away from the back where most of the cautions happened. And I mean, after I realized that tires weren't that big of a deal, and I was able to stay up front without having to go and pit and get new tires, I realized that all right, might as well not pit and just stay up here. And then I finally went in and got a set, and I wish I would have went in with all the leaders at the end there when Logan did, because I mean he said tires didn't mean much, but his tires were definitely better than mine there at the end. So
Well, I,
congrats to you as well.
I tell you what, I think Todd Cray might disagree with you on that.
Well, I know I pitted on lap 93 and my right front was still 91%.
Right.
And I know I
I
pitted or first caution because I had to make some offset changes to tighten the truck up a little bit. But outside of that, I only took one set of tires.
yeah, I went in at 65, I think.
Well, it definitely looked like the track changed, because it looked like at the beginning the bottom was the fastest, but then as you guys went on, you guys started moving up, and it looked like that top lane was coming in pretty good.
Yeah, the top lane came in really, really good around halfway when I came in and took my set of tires. I just
Yeah,
think I got lucky and timed when to pit right.
yeah, I agree. The top came in and kind of just arc that corner and get the run off. That's what I feel like I kind of had to the competitors in front of us, is that my drive off was just a lot better than the guys in front of me, and I was able to get to them. I was surprised I could pass on the low side there at the end, which was really tough to do. It took a few laps to finally get clear of someone, and you're sitting there and you're anxious because you're like, oh, I don't want to touch this guy. Don't want to get him mad at you. And I'm one of those guys that doesn't try to cause any drama, so I try to stay away from that stuff. So I think I race people pretty clean, but I mean, there's always that stuff that people can take, like, oh, that was really aggressive or not a very good etiquette move.
Yeah, I can definitely tell there was some short track frustrationness going on there. So it was definitely the a couple scenarios that I think people kind of lost a little patience. Now I'm going to ask you guys to give out a shout out, but I'm going to give Rachel a shout out for her. She said she'd like to thank Doc and the league, like to thank us for broadcasting and her teammates, and she's very, very happy and big smile. So, Jay, anybody you want to give a shout out to there, buddy?
I want to give a shout out to you for broadcasting and allowing us to go back and watch these races and see how exciting they are from different angles. I want to thank Doc and all the sponsors for this series. It's actually one of the first iRacing leagues I've been in where there's literally no drama. Everyone understands how to race each other respectively. I know sometimes it might not look that way or feel that way, but I think everyone goes to sleep and wakes up the next day and realizes that it's a new day. So that's really cool. And I just want to give one last shout out to Nitro and Lux Wealth on the truck.
Logan, how about you, buddy?
First off, I really want to thank Doc for putting this league on, all of V-Speed, everybody, all the admins. They do a great job. I know it's a hard job, but I appreciate them because they do a great job at it. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting this as well, just like everybody else has said. And I want to give a huge shout out to Russ and everybody over at Nitro Racing for the awesome setups. If you don't have any setups, make sure you go over and hit them up. You're going to get some of the best setups around. And
So
I want to thank all my teammates over at Band of Misfits Racing. They're all huge help and helped me a lot throughout that race.
Gotcha. And Rachel said she forgot Nitro. She wanted to thank Nitro. I do have to ask Logan. I see that BP91 on the side of your truck. So do you have any kind of association with Blair?
Blair's my really, really good buddy. We've been racing together on iRacing for, gosh, at least 5 years. I do all of the design work over at LK Design. If you need a paint, go to LK Design on Facebook. Shoot me a message. I'll make you anything you want. I
Awesome.
do all of Blair's design work for all of his logos, all the
Very,
paints on all of the Band of Misfits trucks,
very cool.
and
Very cool. Blair's good people.
yeah, he's a good buddy.
Good
Appreciate
people.
him.
All right, good deal. All right, everyone. Our winner, Logan Keys, Jay Gimble in second, and Rachel Hunt in third. That's it for the V-Speed Series, sponsored by Nitro, FRT, and Nipa Towing. That's it from Bristol Motor Speedway. We shall see you guys next week where we get to go